Hey folks, this is Dave Wood talking to you from my home in the mountains in Costa Rica, and I know for the rest of the video you're going to be totally distracted and not being able to, not be able to pay attention to me because it's just so gosh dang beautiful out here. But you're looking for MLM lead generation for some crazy reason, probably because you're not getting enough leads. Maybe you're one of the people who, is out there on the internet doing SEO research and seeing who your competitors are, and then you're seeing this video too. But the rest of you guys, you're, wondering, how the heck do I get more MLM leads? Because probably you have a flawed concept that you need to be talking to lots of leads on the phone, or you need to have tons and tons and tons of leads of any kind to succeed in the MLM industry, which by the way is just not true at all. What I want to do in this video is I want to cut through the bullshit. I want to talk to you about how to get more leads coming to you than you could possibly imagine. I want to talk to you about how to do it for a profit, and I want to talk to you about how to get lots of money into your bank account quickly in whatever business you're in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of dispel some illusions about online marketing. I'm going to dispel some illusions about MLM lead generation in general, and I'm going to dispel some illusions that are going to keep you back from having the success that you want. Now, most people, when they look for MLM lead generation, they're actually looking for some place they can purchase leads. They can, go to a lead store and they can buy real-time interviewed leads, or they can buy home business leads. So they can sit there on the phone and they can read a script and they can pitch people on their deal. That's what most people are trying to do. You probably maybe are a little bit more enlightened than that, but if you're one of those people, I just want to educate you for a second. Calling leads has absolutely nothing to do with recruiting people into your MLM. In fact, after you're done with this video, I'm actually going to encourage you to never call a single lead again for the rest of your life. I'm going to teach you guys how to do it better, quicker, faster. I'm going to teach you how to get leads on autopilot. I'm going to teach you how I've generated more than 650,000 leads without paying a single cent. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the process of becoming great in your network marketing business. But you've got to get rid of the bullshit and be willing to listen. You ready? Okay, couple concepts for you. So years ago, when I was getting started in the industry, I'd just gotten married and I was sitting in a little room my wife and I lived in Utah, and I was calling leads, reading a well-known script book. And I was reading the script book to the leads, trying to recruit people into a juice deal. You know what I mean? I was like calling them and I was interviewing them. I was asking them all these needs-based questions, and then I was trying to, get them to see this presentation and call them and fall back, and it was just this mess. Why? Because I called 100 people a day for 4 months without sponsoring a single soul. Contrast that with this last year. I sponsored more than 4,000 people personally, and last year I probably made about 100 phone calls, all right? So what happened? Well, what happened is I learned the science of getting leads to pay me to talk to them. Right? Now, I'm not talking about attraction marketing. I'm not talking about branding yourself as a guru. You can do that if you want to as well, but if you're not a guru, it doesn't make really any sense. What I'm talking about is just pure, simple, basic, direct response marketing. What I'm talking about is you learning one simple skill, and that's how to get eyeballs to see a capture page, how to follow up through email, and how to make money before you ever talk to people on the phone. Why? Because if you spend all day and night talking to people on the phone, I'm going to make you 3 promises. Number 1, you're going to be miserable unless you're 1 in 1,000 people. Why? Because everybody but like 1 in 1,000 hates talking on. I mean, God, did you get in network marketing to be a telemarketer? Let's just be truthful here for a second. Now, last couple months, I've been making, since November of last year, so 7 months, I've been making $200,000 a month, okay? And I don't call leads, right? I didn't get in this to call leads. I didn't get in this to prospect people. Why? Because prospecting is awful. Quick story for you, and I know I ramble a lot, but that's part of the reason why I'm so successful. More on that in a future video. But quick story for you. I was up in Fairbanks, Alaska, first time I had ever built a successful MLM team. This was old school, doing it offline. I was doing home parties. I was doing weekly meetings. I was doing all this nonsense that really you don't need to be doing, right? Well, I was doing it because I was told if you do this, you're going to get rich. I wasn't doing it because I wanted to do it. I was doing it because I thought it would get me rich, right? And so I was out there, I was doing these home parties, home meetings, selling vitamins, and I was passing DVDs out business to business. I'd walk into a business and I'd hit up the owner and I'd say, hey, you seem like a sharp person. I'm, expanding a business here in town. Do you keep your options open to some projects outside of what you currently do? And I ran into a guy named Seth Church up in Fairbanks, Alaska. He was a guy about 2 years younger than me. He owned a construction company, and he was making about $500,000 a year in his construction company. And I walked into his business. I started chit-chatting with him, and he just kind of liked me because he liked entrepreneurs, and he was a little bit younger and honestly wiser than I was at the time. And Seth looked into my eyes and he said, Dave, can I ask you a serious question? And I was like, yeah, sure, man, what's up? And he said, Dave, why don't you pay a teenager in high school $7 an hour to walk around passing DVDs out to business owners. He could tell the business owners that his boss sent him into the store to give them this DVD, and he wanted to set an appointment, and then you could just talk to the interested people rather than running around all day. And it was like, right, this thing in my face, where I was like, I'm doing the job of somebody making $7 an hour, and here I am wanting to make $30,000 a month, right? Years later, I'm on the phone doing cold calling leads. My wife walks in, she says, what the hell are you doing? I said, well, I'm cold calling leads, as a matter of fact. And she says, why the hell are you doing that? You hate that, right? And I thought about it for a second, and I realized something. I realized that the highest paid telemarketer that I've ever met in my life makes about $8 an hour, and I've always made more money than that. So why don't I just pay somebody else to call my leads for me and just talk to who's interested? See, folks, you got to dispel the illusions, and you got to separate what you've been taught from what you really want in order to get the results that you want in your business. This is what I'm going to teach you how to do. In fact, there's a link below this video. You're here looking for MLM lead generation. I've helped people generate over 650,000 leads just in the last 6 months alone for their businesses on autopilot, and the leads have paid them to take a look at their business. Now, I've taught people how to do that with the link that you see below this video. Now, here's what I want you to do right now. If you're serious about MLM lead generation, if you want to get leads coming to you daily, if you want commissions deposited into your bank account whether you work or not, if you want to be the one who's at the top of the pyramid for the change, that was funny that I said that, you got to admit. Here's what I want you to do. My forehead's sweating, and it's sweating because I'm just saying, I command you to hit the link and visit that page right now and watch the video, because I'm just a goofball who makes a lot of money living in Costa Rica, and nobody else would say, I command you to hit the link right now, because they're wussies. And you know what? One saying that I've got as a marketer is, don't be a damned wussy. Take some action, because I'm going to show you, number one, how to get more money, number two, how to have more time, number three, how to be happier, sexier, and cooler, and number four, I'm going to teach you how to have leads coming to you whether you work or not by clicking the link that's below this YouTube video right now and declaring to the universe, I, David Wood in my case, or whatever your name is, today I've chosen to stop being a wussy, and today I've made a decision that I'm going to go out there in the world and I'm going to make a difference to other human beings by taking action right now, getting my thumb out of my butt, and I'm not going to do the job of a 15-year-old one more day in my life. Show me, Dave Woods, what's the secret to instantaneous commissions? It's so good, it's like you're a magical genie rubbing yourself, granting yourself wishes when you click the link below this video, which magically you're doing right now, aren't you? Don't be a wussy, hit the link. I command it. Isn't that funny that I said that, honestly? I mean, you gotta laugh, because look at me, I look ridiculous, but you can't deny the swimming pool in the house in Costa Rica. It's 4,000 square foot home, and it's pretty easy to research me on the internet and find out I have helped people in over 170 countries do things that they never thought they could do. Hit the link below the video now, and I'll see you on the beaches of the world. This is Dave Wood. I love you. Sweet. Hey guys, this is Dave Wood, and I'm actually talking to you right now out of my new house in Costa Rica with my gorgeous wife Ashley taking the camera. Love you, babe. Anyways, guys, I want to show you why you should do network marketing. Now, this is not a mansion, but here's the cool thing. I have got in this house, first of all, it's 1,900 square feet. In the back here, come here, babe. Just point the camera out there, and I don't know if it'll catch it. Back there is a river full of crocodiles that is totally awesome. It's protected land, an estuary. It goes on for acres and acres and acres. There's no houses or anything behind. Here, come this way, babe. Let's just show people. And out on this side of the property here, so we've got a crocodile river in the backyard, and over here in the front yard, we have got one of the most pristine, awesome oceans that I've ever seen in my entire life. And the cool thing is that we have the availability to build a business on the internet. You can literally work with people in every single country in the entire world, and you can do it profitably with very, very, very little or no money to start. A few months ago, I got started with like 200 bucks to my name. I've made like $95,000, and I'm living in Costa Rica. Look at me. I got my shorts on. My hair's huge. I'm not professional by any stretch of the imagination, but look what I've done. And so, come on, come this way. I'm actually going to take you out here. So. what I want you to think of is I want you to think of how awesome it would be to live in this. Look at this. You ever wanted to drink out of a coconut on the beach, making like 20 or 30,000 a month? Huh? Check this out. Coconuts. You just pull them right out of the trees. Got 2 coconuts now for later. This is awesome, guys. And the cool thing is I did this in like 4.5 months. I mean, think of what you could do. Seriously, take a look at your life. You know, are you making the money you want to make? Are you living the dream? You know, 4.5 months ago when I got started in my business, I told my wife, go to work, babe, and just let me do this full time. In 4.5 months, look what I was able to do. And I credit that to her. My wife is really awesome. But guys, okay. Now I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but babe, you gotta focus the camera this way, okay?
I can see the ocean.
Guys, check this out. Are you gonna come join me in freaking Costa Rica?